lot of kids will think like I'm going through these painful procedures, chemo, things that are really not fun, and they'll think like, oh, I'm being punished for something. Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Mommy's Little Helper YouTube channel, your go-to destination for expert guidance on all things parenting. I'm Lauren, your personal certified child life specialist, here to support you through navigating the world of parenting and medical encounters with complete confidence. Before I forget, go ahead and click that subscribe button below just so you don't miss out on any of the fantastic tips I have in store just for you. And otherwise, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Today's video is on the topic of when your child is diagnosed with leukemia. So first, we're gonna start with 3 things that you're gonna wanna make sure your child understands with their diagnosis of leukemia. One being that there is nothing they did to cause this. So oftentimes little kids will get a misconception of, you know what, I must have done something wrong. Maybe I was mean to sister, maybe I did something bad. So they'll think that the leukemia or the illness is their fault. So reiterating constantly that there's nothing you did to cause this just can be very helpful with avoiding this misconception. So number 2, it's really important that you clarify that the treatment they're getting for their leukemia diagnosis is not a form of punishment. So a lot of kids will think like I'm going through these painful procedures, chemo, things that are really not fun, and they'll think like, oh, I'm being punished for something. But clarifying again, there's nothing they did to cause this, and the purpose of that treatment is to help your body feel better. And I know it's not fun validating their feelings. I know it's not fun, but the purpose of that treatment, the reason we have to do those shots or the chemotherapy, whatever it is to help your body get better. The last thing that's really important that your child understands is that their leukemia is not contagious. So a lot of kids will worry about this and have some misconceptions about this, but reiterating like A, there's nothing they did to cause this, and B, it's not like a cold where you can cough on someone or like sneeze and you give it to someone else. Your body's sick, we're working on getting it better, and there's nothing you can do to spread it to someone else. You can't give it to someone else because it's not contagious. So really reiterating that so they understand. Otherwise, sometimes kids get concerned like, I might get brother sick, I might get mom sick, what if, you know. So for a part of this video, I want to share my absolute favorite activity when it comes to helping your child understand their leukemia diagnosis. I will put in the description all the different items I'm using, how to do the activity, so you can absolutely reference that if you need. So let's get into it.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our healthy blood. So healthy blood is made up of something called plasma. Plasma is what helps blood travel throughout the body. Next, we have our platelets. So platelets are what help your blood clot when you get a cut. And next is our red blood cells. Red blood cells deliver oxygen throughout the body. And then there are white blood cells. White blood cells help you fight off infection. And these are the different components that make up our healthy blood. Next, we're going to make blood that is sick with leukemia. Leukemia blood also has plasma that helps blood travel throughout the body. What makes leukemia blood different than healthy blood is that it has leukemia cells that are called blasts. So blasts take up space in the blood, so there's not as much room for other things, such as the platelets that help blood clot when you get a cut, the red blood cells that deliver oxygen throughout the body, and the white blood cells that fight off infection. So as you notice, we have our sick blood and our healthy blood. So this is when you can have your child kind of compare the two and see if they notice any differences. And this is also where you can talk about how treatment such as chemotherapy or radiation is to help them get that sick blood back to healthy blood.
Okay, we're just gonna go over a few extra bonus tips. Number 1, I know this sounds like cliche and may sound kind of obvious, but I do think it's an important reminder. It's okay to ask for help. You're in a really, really tough spot, and asking for help can truly make a huge difference. And I know it can be difficult and people may not understand, but oftentimes asking for help can make it just a little bit easier. Number 2, there are tons of really awesome support groups both for like siblings, for your child, or for parents as well. So I highly recommend looking into specific like cancer related support groups. Also feel free to follow Mommy's Little Helper. I am happy to support you through this journey as well. Reach out with any questions at any time, and I hope this was helpful.